Hey everybody, Conscious Medium Brandon Ross, and we're here to talk about the June report. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and get ready for the back end of this channel, having all sorts of fun such as meditations, classes, and more. So I hope you like and subscribe and carry along here. And we do something a little bit different here. As being more than a medium, I love to actually combine astrology as well as the tarot. So we're going to take a look at each one of the signs here. Hope you follow along here on the journey. And as we take a look at June 2022, we've got some really cool stuff coming up. Hey everybody, welcome back, and let's talk a little bit about the astrology report for June 2022. We have Mercury going direct on the 3rd, only to be trifled with Saturn going in retrograde on the 4th. Now, when you have this type of handoff, you're talking about communication, and then you're talking about stability and structure. Saturn always talks about being the stability of society and motherhood and all of that other good stuff, where you have Mercury kind of coming correct and going, okay, well, we've done our planning and here you go. This has been a great time for those of you that are doing a shakeup at home. This is a great time for you that are doing a shakeup with your professional or business life. This is a good time for you to really kind of grow and expand. So what a great time. We, of course, have the full moon in Sagittarius this month. That happens on the 14th. We're going to talk about how this is going to affect the fire signs as opposed to, say, the earth signs, and how we're going to really kind of get through this early kind of summer Gemini into Cancerian time here. And it's really kind of interesting. So very cool. So let's get started. Let's not, much ado about nothing here. I hope all of our technology is up to speed. There's my big face. I'm going to move it. It's big enough for everybody. Here we go, people. My face isn't too bad either. Okay, guys, here we go. We're going to let the cards decide this. We're going to drop in here Sagittarius. Sagittarius, here comes your reading. Thank you so much. And, of course, we use a couple of different decks here. We use our old friend, the traditional tarot. Those of you that have never really kind of worked with tarot before, or you're really kind of interested in learning a little bit more, I've got a really cool tarot class coming up. I think you should all be involved with it. It is the art and the science of tarot. Not only do we talk about the meanings of all the cards, but then we also talk a little bit about how each one of them can be interpreted and how to really kind of gauge that. There's a lot of signs and symbols in it. And of course, if you're new to my channel here, you're going to know that this is the Merkaba table. You're very welcome here. We're going to talk about mind, body, and soul. The mind, of course, is where your mental status is. Your body is how you're physically handling things. And of course, your soul is your spiritual path. So right up out of the gate, we're going to give you the sun. Here comes the sun. Da, 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 da. So in your mind, you've got a great mindset here, Sagittarius. No surprises. No surprises at all. Because listen, if there's one thing that we know, it's that you really kind of have it together. Oh, but you got a little deviousness on your mind. Look at you with the devil card crossing over there. Listen, it's time for shenanigans. Can we just go there, Sagittarius? Have fun with this, kids. All right, here we go. But, your body, you are a temple, which is kind of a rarity for you. Let's be honest, Sagittarius. You really like to kind of binge a lot. So, let's kind of hang out with the High Priestess here. And let's cross this over with the Wheel of Fortune. Apparently, these are lessons learned for you. How do you guys like that, huh? So the Wheel of Fortune comes out here into the mind with the High Priestess. That to me tells me that this is really about, you've learned your lessons, you know your stuff, you're putting it all together. Good job by you. Good job by you. And maybe, and you know what? Maybe you're due for a good time. The mind part of it is kind of like, what can I get into? You don't necessarily act on it, so don't get wigged out by the devil. Also Capricorn energy, right? You got Leo and Capricorn energy in the mind. Maybe you like to be challenged. Maybe you like to kind of look at both sides of it. So you're up for debate, right? That's what that Sun and Devil card are. Oh gosh, here we go. 7 of Pentacles here in the spiritual side of it. Reap what you sow. A little bit of karma here. Don't get bugged out by it. 5 of Swords, you're moving on. Maybe this is kind of like, maybe you realize that organized religion has really kind of let you down, or maybe there is a spiritual mindset that didn't really kind of work for you. But guess what? Your time is coming. Your time is absolutely coming. So to me, this kind of quick read on this here, Sagittarius, first of all, enjoy the summer, everybody. See what I'm saying? But second of all, you're also going to be talking about, you're up for the debate. You're up for the debate. little bit of a spiritual rest for you, Sagittarius. You know, when you get the 7, you know, you feel like you've done the work and you're like, listen, I'm just going to cut the losses. You're up for the good time. The High Priestess, you know, this is about good food, good friends, you know, and by the way, it'll be because you've already put it together, right? So, all right, now we're going to use the Gilded Tarot, one of my favorite, little bit of a smaller card here, but you guys are going to see this in a quick way. 2 cards right out of the gate. You really are up for shenanigans. Holy Toledo. By the way, I turn back around and I do the center spread. But, you know, you're double devil here, kids. You're double devil. You don't have to get their name, but it's a good idea. Just saying, Sagittarius, you are a good time and all, but, you know, in your mind, you want to be like devil's advocate, right? And then, and then you end up with the 9 of Pentacles. You're practically perfect in every way. I call this the Mary Poppins card. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So, listen, your pristine appearance and you know, your mind will be purified at the end of the day. But you're not going to quite hit the 10 of Pentacles, but you're going to be 9 of Pentacles, and you're just fine with that. So a little give and take here in the mental status. You want to get into a little bit of devious fun. The Devil card comes up not once, but twice. Strong Capricorn energy. Don't forget that. All right, now let's take a look at the... so we've got the body part of it. Oh, yeah. Ace of Wands. Did I not say you were going to have a good time? Look at this Ace of Wands. How do you like that in the Gilded Tarot? Am I right or am I right? Right? So the Ace of Wands, this is something new. And oh, by the way, this is also about travel. So you get the 3 of Wands and the Ace of Wands here. This is something new, new adventure. You got a lot of new adventure here, Sagittarius. Really enjoy this. The first part of the summer is going to have a lot to do with this. Wow! Are you kidding me? So you get on the, wow, the Devil card comes out again. So you've got the Devil, the Death, and the... you know, and the 9 of Pentacles. So this is about you bringing stuff to light. This is about you, maybe you're kind of going to go through a dark night of the soul. Because over here on the spiritual side of it, the Devil part of it comes out of it. Listen, here again, Capricorn energy. I'm sorry, I think I actually said the Death card was the Devil card. Whew, gosh, I'm a little rusty, but I teach a good class. So back on the mind part of it, when the Death card comes out, this is Scorpio energy, this is Pluto. And by the way, Pluto is in retrograde. So for you, you're still kind of reforming like what your power base is, how your thought pattern is. Makes sense. How are you going to transform? Well, let me tell you something. You're going to do it as a good time because that's what you do. There's Sagittarius. And then over here on the spiritual side of it, the Devil card comes out. Let's see what comes out as well. Oh yeah, this is Dark Night of the Soul, everybody. Holy Toledo. Sagittarius. If you are not paired up, you're going to need to be paired up. Because a lot of that time, that Dark Night of the Soul is not done alone. There are parts of it that are lonely, don't get me wrong, but you absolutely, positively need a partner in some of this. All right, let's go around the horn here, and let's give a little light and love. And what's our soul saying? We use this really cool Guided Light deck here. You're going to recognize it. I've used it before. You guys know what it is. It's beautiful, beautiful. And by the way, you can get the links below. All right, first and foremost, of the mind. This is about focus. So this is, I'm going to stay right with this mental sparring thing. I think you've really got to kind of stay together. It's a 37, so we've got a 1 symbolism here. So this is about you initiating things. This is about you having that sort of dialogue, whether it's about public issues, whether it's about things in other ways. Oh yeah, worship the temple. So your body, there is only light. In other words, only good times. By the way, this is also a 3. This, I'm going to say this, Sagittarius, you have a tendency of going overboard. We don't have to talk about it. I'm not going to lecture you as a recovery coach or any of that other stuff. But what I will tell you is that there is only light means that you are not going to necessarily do this with addictive qualities. You don't have to run the marathon every day, right? By the way, physical addictions don't necessarily have to be drugs or alcohol. It can also be that you physically go overboard, or you indulge, or you eat, or you whatever. Everything in balance, that's a great symbolism, and that's something really popular and really positive. Oh yeah, creative space. You're working out some stuff here, Sagittarius, not going to lie. Not going to lie. So this creative space is a 38. This is 11. This is going to be divinely guided with your spiritual help. So you've got some, hey, listen, I've got some karmic value. So maybe you're working, I'd pay attention to where your North Node is. And by the way, we hit true North Node through this month, and I believe we're in Gemini, actually, where the true North Node is. So this tells me that you're going to actually work, with the Queen of Wands. It's about personal empowerment. This is about you driving forward. The Devil is about the physical nature, the grounded nature of where things are. You're working with some grounded earth energy and some fire energy here. Again, you've got a little more earth and a little more air. The air might be like your own judgment here in your spiritual nature. Well, listen, create space. This is about you taking time for yourself. Dark night of the soul, maybe, but I think it has more to do with you going through it and saying, Holy Toledo, I've got to figure this out. So good job by you. Mercury goes direct, and then Saturn goes into retrograde, right? And then during the Sagittarius moon on the 14th, what a great time. You're emotionally going to get it together, because here comes our center spread here. Listen, you got the Justice card. This is about balance. And we're going to cover it with actually the Six of Pentacles. So this is a practical balance for you right across the board. Your head's going to get in the game. You're going to be rocking it. Let's give it a compliment here. You are getting your financial house in order. You are getting your act together. The Ace of Pentacles comes out here. That's a beautiful card for you right here. Let's see how we counterbalance it with this. And then we have the Two of Wands. You've got some travel. You've got some space. Maybe you're going to do a little bit of a spiritual journey. Maybe you're planning one. Maybe you're a little kick butt here. And then here into the center. Oh, Sagittarius, we can't make this up. How about a little manifestation to cap off this entire reading? I would want to be a Sagittarius. If I could go back in time and say, oh my gosh, listen, guides, angels, I'd really like to come out as a Sagittarius, this would be the month. Why? Right here. Apparently my glasses are ready. But don't you understand that the dynamic here for you is about actually, you've got to do this mental sparring. You've got to get that through. Then you've got to kind of do this thing where it's like, I've kind of done this comeuppance. I've got to explore some things. It's your natural sense here, Sagittarius. And come your moon, now you've got this kind of like spiritual guidance here where you're realizing like, listen, there's something karmic here. And by the way, the Wheel of Fortune comes up for the body too. You've already dealt with some of this stuff, or the comeuppance is here, right? You cannot have it both ways.